Hello all, I am Mayur Rajendra Kumar Ghate. I am glad and would like to thank the Spark Foundation for providing me an internship in the field of data science and business analytics. Today I am presenting task number 7, which is stock market prediction using numerical and textual analysis. Objective: create a hybrid model for stock price or performance prediction using numerical analysis of historical stock prices and sentimental analysis of news headlines. So I begin my task with importing the important libraries. Here I am importing pandas, numpy, seaborn, matplotlib, and I am also importing libraries like stat models, NLTK, textblob, etc. I am also importing date and time. Next one, loading the dataset. As already we have know that here I am using numerical analysis of historical stock price and also sentimental analysis of news headlines. Basically I am here using two data sets. One is from stock market, that is stock price, and second one sentiment analysis of news headlines. First I am loading the first data set, that is news headlines. So here is my data set. Next I am dropping a column name category. Next one, I am loading the second dataset. Yahoo Finance provide all stock dataset. So here I am directly importing Yahoo Finance. In short, here I am fetching data from Yahoo Finance website. So here I am taking a stock of Sensex. Here is my fetch data set. Here I am taking a data set of last 5 years. Next one, initially date and time are in object type. So I am here using date and time, converting it into date and time. Next, I am grouping headlines of each day, date wise. So here are the headlines of news. Next one, I am checking for duplicate values or null values. So after seeing this one, there are no any null values present in my dataset. Then next one, I am checking size of dataset. Next, from stock data, I am accessing open, high, low, close, volume, these columns only. Using info and describe, I am getting more details about data. Next one, I am again checking null value or duplicate value for second dataset, that is stock dataset. So after seeing this result, it will represent that there is no any null value present in dataset. Next, here is the size of second dataset. Next one, I am plotting graph of close column from stock dataset. This graph showing closing price of Sensex stock. So here we are able to see that there is trend in dataset. Next one, I am removing the unwanted characters from the news. After running this, it will remove all unwanted characters from the news. Next, historical analysis. Here I am plotting a graph using moving average. So moving average is a method which is useful to identify trends in dataset. Now I am plotting the returns. So here is return graph. So it will shows that the data is not stationary. Next I am splitting the data into train and test. After splitting it, I am checking the data is stationary or non-stationary. So here I am used a Dickey-Fuller test. For carry out this test, I am first defining a function test stationarity, then determine the rolling statistics. Then after that, plot rolling statistics. So after running this code, here is my output. After running this test, the result shows that data is not stationary. Here my null hypothesis is that data is stationary and alternative hypothesis is data is non-stationary. So here result shows that there is weak evidence against null hypothesis. So time series is non-stationary. So to make data stationary, here I am used a log function which is present in NumPy library. Rolling mean and standard deviation. So here is the result. It will show that again there is weak evidence against null hypothesis. So time series is non-stationary. I am trying again make this data stationary. After using log function, again the result shows that there is strong evidence against the null hypothesis. So reject the null hypothesis. Data is stationary. Here I get the data as a stationary. Next one, I am using AutoArima to make prediction using log data. So here I am importing AutoArima from PMD Arima. After fitting train data on this model, it will gives prediction like that. Next one, I am plotting a graph between time and actual stock price. So it like this. In time series, to measure the performance of any model, we use matrix mean square error. So here I am calculating an error using mean square error. So here is RMSE is 0.0042 and so on, which is very low. Next one, I am doing a textual analysis. So here I am defining two functions as subjective and polaritive. Here are the data set which is showing date, news, subjective and polarity. Next one, I am analyzing the sentiment score. So for that, I am importing sentiment intensity analyzer from NLTK sentiment Vadder library. So I first initialize it, then I am trying to find out keywords like compound, negative, neutral, positive and printing their score. Here is the analysis. Next, I am merging the historical and textual data. Next, I am creating a data set for model training. So for model training, I am merging columns like close, subjective, polarity, compound, negative, neutral, positive. So here is my merged data set. Next, I am normalizing the data using min-max scaler, which is imported from sklearn preprocessing library. After applying min-max scaler, the data is look like this. After that, I am assigning features and labels. So I am dropping a close column from features and I am assigning Y a close column. Next, I am splitting the dataset into train and test data. So first I import train test split from sklearn library under model selection. Here my test size is 20% and remaining 80% is train data. Here is my xtrain. Here I am using different models to calculate the mean square error to measure the performance of models. So first one, here I am using random forest regressor model. I am importing random forest regressor from sklearn library under ensemble. First I initialize it and then train data is fitted to random forest regressor model. Then it make a prediction on test data set. After that, I am calculating mean square error. So mean square error for random forest regressor model is 0.039. Likewise, doing same process for decision tree regressor, AdaBoost regressor, LGBM regressor model, XGB regressor model. After applying mean square error to each model, here is the combined result. So in conclusion, AdaBoost gives mean square error as 0.038940. Random forest gives 0.039233. LGBM regressor gives 0.042559. XGBoost gives 0.046390 and decision tree gives 0.074728. So this is the result. We mostly prefer minimum mean square error. From here, we can see that AdaBoost regressor shows a better performance than the others. Thank you.